got a few things that I'm going to do today, or actually one thing I'm going to do today. I've got in my backyard an area that has where I had to remove a gigantic 100-year-old willow tree, weeping willow tree. There's a great big stump there. I'm not going to use this thing to take that out. But what I am going to do is just sort of strip away around the base a little bit, because the dirt has piled up over the top of it. And I've got some rocks in there, and I just want to go in and sort of landscape it just a little bit. Got a lot of overgrowth there. So I'm just going to clean it up a little bit. And while this is warming up, I wanted to point out one thing on the... So if you recall, I had this 260 backhoe mounted, and I'm really happy with it, right? I'm happy with, I think in general, with the job that they did in mounting it, and I'm happy with the backhoe itself, its performance. The one little thing that bothers me, and it's really not that big of a deal, is the look right there. You can see how the tires are hitting against the frame, right? So this frame that they put on right here, it goes back here, and it rubs against those tires, as you can see. And what it does is, you know, it's basically stripping away at the tire. And I don't like that. But it's not that big of a deal. Once the tires get worn down from hitting against the frame underneath there, then, you know, I can actually feel it when I drive slowly. I can feel the boom, boom, boom every time it hits the frame underneath. It's a little bit annoying, and I know that it's wearing away that little bit of tire. You know, I don't know what that is, a quarter inch or a half an inch, but be that as it may. Well, I've already done some work, and it already looks better. Man, the grasshoppers are as big as lizards out here. This was right around that stump. You couldn't even see the stump, so all I did was go through there with my machete. It looked like this, basically. So you can see when you get over here, it kind of clears up. Now I have to come in here, sort of get rid of these stones. There's big stones in there. Just move them off to the side temporarily. And remove some of the dirt around this stump. And get rid of these weeds and some trees growing here that I sort of cut down to size. So that's what I'm going to get started on now. Well, here I am so far in reclaiming this area. All these rocks that were piled up there in an attempt to do a rock garden that actually turned out to be a weed garden. And once you pile up the rocks and weeds start to come in, there's only one way to get them out, and that is by hand. Or you have to tear everything apart like that. So there's a great big root right over there of some sort of a tree that was growing. And I'm going to have to pull this root up right here. Pull that thing up. And then I'm going to take these rocks, I'm going to put them somewhere. I don't know where yet. Don't know what I'm going to do with the rocks. It's starting to rain a little bit. And then I'm going to get started over here. Got another load. What kind of seasoning is on there? Marinara or whatever?
It's the mayonnaise, lots of onion, garlic, bay leaf, cloves, and pepper, and salt, and a little bit of vinegar. That's it.
Я голодный. This is Mirror Lake. It's in the high Uintas.